It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we'll see which hometown team flies higher in the City of Angels.
It's the Rams and the Chargers, next on Madden Football.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here with you once again. It's this week going to be a step in the right direction for one of our teams we've got, Brock, both of whom haven't played the type of ball early in the season that they want. Both coming into this one below 500.
And you and I both know we're not math majors, but we do know this. You stay below 500 in this league, well, you're going to be headed to the top of next spring's NFL draft order. We're not to that point yet, but whoever comes out short here will find themselves a whole lot closer to it.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Putting a receiver in motion. Back to the well again. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. and 6 for them to figure out now. Burrow out of the shotgun. That one's incomplete over the middle.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Rams will take possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 3rd and long, Purdy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Chargers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? Usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
The Rams are set to punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. No return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Burrow from the gun. Completed to Davis. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Rams headed out to the field now. And we'll see if they can be the first offense to get a drive going. It has been defense dominant thus far. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They are facing second down deep on their own end. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think, were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. And he'll get it up to the 27. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Complete out to the right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Burrow back to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. This ball's cut by Palmer. This gets the first and more. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. This throw is caught. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 16-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. On first down, they'll run. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Purdy looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action now with Purdy. Finds him on the crossing route. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Purdy to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Rams chop some of the lead off before the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
And it's good, but the choice to kick there means this still is a 2-possession game in the 2nd half.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers and Joe Burrow all set to take over. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Looking to throw, Burrow. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. 2nd and 10 now. Finds a man right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
Even with the assist from that defense, still 3rd down here. Burrow setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll only have time for 1 play before halftime. Well, no pushing the envelope, it appears, in what remains of this first half. He's going to take a knee and watch that time run out here. We've arrived at halftime, and it's a 9-point margin separating these teams. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Michael Pratt, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just 1 game coming in. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Max Duggan, strong in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 6-2 on the year. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Stephon Diggs, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. On first down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Taken in by Likely. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7. Another carry for him. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, Burrow to throw. This finds Likely. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw again, it's Burrow. On the move, headed right. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Hold on. We've got an injured player here. Let's hope this is nothing serious, because that is Joe Burrow who's being helped by the training staff. So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that grows their lead to 12.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Jump off caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and 6 coming up here. The give now out of the shotgun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Purdy on first down. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Rams are going to have a first down. Now Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First throw for the backup now. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Out come the Rams on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First down throw by Purdy. It's complete to Higbee. He's contained at the line for no gain. Riley Moss with that tackle. So we're through 3 here. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun is Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Purdy looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Purdy throwing here on first. Catch made right side by Nakua. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Going ground on first and goal. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 6 yards from there. It's going to be second and goal. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Buckle up. It's third and goal. Purdy to throw it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams now within one score in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Blown back to the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And this time, they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. White to throw it. Into the hands of Likely. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Looking to throw, White. Complete over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 41. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on first, and then we go backwards on second. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on third down.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still third down.
After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. Looking to throw. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it brings up an LA first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on first down. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single step.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers push the lead up to 12. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Another drive coming up for this offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Here's Purdy to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they don't take the knee. Let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.